Well, hello there.
Hi,
My name's Justin. How about you?
I'm Holly.
Great to meet you.
Nice
Here,
to meet you.
let me. Pleasure's all mine. There we go. All right. I guess I'll go ahead with the first question. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am a pre-law major. Yeah, pre-law. I'm a junior, so I have one more year after this, and then
Alright.
law school. So that's kind of the career goals, law.
Nice.
I really like to read. That's my big pastime whenever I'm not studying. That's kind of it. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh.
Yeah, Holly from Raleigh. That's me. Yeah. What about
That's
you?
Clever. Oh my goodness. About me. Well, in my introduction, as I've kind of already said, clarinet performance major, sophomore, actually first semester sophomore due to
Okay.
some military training stuff that
Sure.
it's weird. They're going at it over there. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
searching the web online a lot. I love proving people wrong, actually,
Okay.
which isn't law in and of itself, but it's related.
Similar.
I'm
yeah.
certain, very similar. Yes. I'm very opinionated.
Okay, as am
Um,
I.
I'm very, what's the term? I want to say intimidating, but that's another story. Sorry. All right. Any questions you might have for me?
How old are you?
Hold on.
Was that a tough one to stump you?
It's a very tough one. Hold on. 20.
20.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me
Ma-
too.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That. Yeah. Okay. Internet performance is.
Sure.
I don't know if I need to say this, but you know when you stand up, your brain works at a higher capacity than if you sit down.
Does it really?
Yes. Let's see. I do have some prepared questions,
Okay.
if you don't
yeah.
mind me asking.
Shoot, go for it.
All right. Let's see. Would you describe yourself as the following: godly, goth, and/or jolly?
I would describe myself as godly. I would never use the word goth to define myself. As you can probably see, I don't really present that way.
That's all good.
Jolly.
Jolly.
I mean, my name is Holly, so I feel like
Oh
we've
my
got to have
gosh.
some of that in there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one. I couldn't. I had to relieve something there for a moment.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Another one. Are you familiar with the term inner monologue?
Yes, I am.
Would you say you have an inner monologue?
I would say everyone has an inner monologue.
I do not.
How do you mean?
What do I mean? It means everything that comes to mind has to go out immediately.
Sure.
I do not think about anything I say beforehand.
Okay.
What's the fun in that?
I
But
suppose.
it's interesting, it's unique, and it's out there. That's what makes
Right.
it, I guess, my outer monologue, as
I
opposed to.
suppose. I suppose.
Yeah. Do you have any questions? Would you like to further expound on anything? Would you like to touch on anything not touched upon before?
Not touched upon before.
Or yet, as of yet?
Sure. Where are you from?
Right here in Lynchburg, actually.
Are you really?
Yeah. Well, Forest, but
Okay.
that's
Cool.
geographically
Right.
very similar. Yeah. Been here my whole life. Actually born in Maryland.
Oh, really?
Baltimore, the city of anarchy.
Yeah.
Is what I call it. No offense with people from Baltimore, but they ick me.
They
I'm
ick
from
you.
I'm from Baltimore, so I can say that.
Yeah, but when did you move to Lynchburg?
When I was 4.
Right. So. Barely from Baltimore. It's in
Barely.
there. It's in there though.
Barely, but
Yeah.
it's ingrained in me.
No,
I'd
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I guess I should ask something. What are your aspirations in life? And I guess I should say, I guess another way to word this is, where do you see yourself 10, 15, 30 years down the road?
Okay. Well, I touched on law. I'd
Law.
like to be a lawyer.
Impressive.
Thank you. I like contract law, business, corporate law, that kind of stuff. It's a lot of just reading and knowing big words. So probably I would love to have my own practice or be a partner in a firm.
That's how you make money.
It sure is. But even if that doesn't happen, I could see myself just working as maybe like a property lawyer or in a firm. I think 10, 15, 30 years I'd like to see myself married with kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's important to me, but my career is very important to me. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be able to work. Thank you.
I respect that.
Thank you.
A lot, actually. Let's see. Well, I don't know if you figured this at all, but so the thing with clarinet performance is,
Sure.
I don't know if I need to say this, but I'm gonna be a starving artist, is what they call
Right.
it. Yes. So I need that dependency.
Right.
Wait, let me rephrase that. Let me go about this a different way. I do have aspirations to be an entrepreneur
Okay.
because I have that mindset. I have that grind set, man. That grind set. Sigma grind set, they call it online. But that's another story. Where was I? I completely got lost in my own
Entrepreneur.
train of- Entrepreneur. Yeah, I plan to expound on something not yet expounded on before, to improve the world and to be the next Rockefeller, the Vanderbilt, the J.P. Morgan,
Mhm.
if you're familiar with those names.
Yes.
Good, because I barely am. But
Okay.
let's see.
What do you like entrepreneurship in what field? Do you have any idea?
That's a good question. Ooh, you know what? I'd say the financial aspect, the
Okay.
banking aspect.
Okay.
You know, because everything's going virtual now. Have you ever heard of an NFT?
I have.
I can explain in very detail if you want to, but I won't. No,
Okay.
no, I won't do that. I've got this all figured out. What would you say your IQ is?
My IQ?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never taken an IQ test. One time I took one in Mandarin and I didn't do very well. So
Like-
other than my
Like
Mandarin,
the orange?
like the language.
That's what I meant. All right, yeah, that's it. I don't know where I was going with that, but I think it's very important. Well, you're in law,
Yeah.
so that means it's already, and what, is this your third year?
Yes, but it's my first year in law. So I was a marketing major, which I
Jeez.
didn't love, but then I took business law as part of my marketing degree and loved that class and just felt God pulling me towards that.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Wow. All right, yeah. What's the first word you think of when you think of God?
When I think of God, I think comfort. I think above all, comfort. Something that I've learned is that it's easy to lean into God when you really, really need it and you're like seeking that comfort. And then when everything gets okay again, it's harder to still want to lean into him, and I think that's a good lesson to learn that he's still there to comfort you even when you're not struggling, you know, in some deep way. So I think he's comfort to me, home and comfort. What about you?
Oh gosh. The word I'd pick, I'd say it would be, let's see. I'm trying to put this into words because what I've been learning, at least this semester, is to just not worry and put it all on him. So I'm
Mhm.
going to say, I'm trying to think of a word that best describes it. Like, he is dependable,
Yeah.
I guess. I can go to him. I don't have to worry. I trust that he has it all mapped out. Yeah, that's the word.
That's
I'm
a
going to
good
have to
one.
go with dependable. Yeah, just for those reasons.
Yeah. That's good. Okay. What would you say is your spirit animal?
A blind puppy.
A blind puppy, specifically blind. Why would you say that?
Oh, wow. Let's see. Well, because I'm very, what's the term? I'm very exposed. I'm very out there. And I'm very vulnerable. I guess I should say vulnerable. I open myself up easily. I'm easily trusting. And
Where does the blind part come in?
oh, I just said blind. I don't know.
Oh, just for fun?
Yes.
Just
Yes.
visually
Because
impaired?
blind puppies are cute puppies.
They sure are.
All puppies are cute puppies, but blind
That's
puppies
true.
are
That's true.
significantly cuter.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say, and hang with me here, okay? I would say a snake,
Okay.
but I have a good reason for it. Snakes shed their skin, right?
Yeah.
And they become someone different. They have a different skin. And I think that one of the best things about being human is that you don't have to be the person you were yesterday, and that you can keep growing and changing and becoming better. So I would say a snake.
So like schizophrenia, almost.
No? I don't know.
Wait.
What,
Okay.
did I
Wait.
confuse you?
Oh, it's hitting me now. I understand now. We're good. We're good.
I'm not schizophrenic.
Okay. I'm still waiting for my results on that one,
Oh,
so
okay.
we'll see. I'm kidding. I'm mentally stable.
Have you ever had to leave a bad date?
So, I've never had to leave a bad date, but I've had my fair share of them. So let's see, I should have caught on to this a little bit earlier, but my 9th grade year,
Mhm.
there was this nice girl. She was nice. For the purpose of the story, we'll call her Bethany, right? Now Bethany here, she was nice, she was sweet, and so, I asked her to, grab some food,
Mhm.
And so did it, went well, went home, everything's great. Couple days later, heard from a friend at the time, she went out with me out of pity
Mm.
for being autistic.
Ooh, that's rough.
What about you? Have you ever had to leave a bad date?
I don't know. I think anything you could view it as a bad date, or you could view it as a potential story. So if you stick around, you just get more details for the story.
Philosophical right there.
That's what I think.
I'm not smart enough to think that deep. So it's all surface level for me.
Yeah. So I would say no. I've never left a bad date.
Well, then, do you have any interesting stories?
Any interesting? I'm full of interesting stories.
Let's go.
I got stranded in Florida by a guy one time. Yeah. My car broke down. I was in Florida with a friend for spring break, and he also lived there. And we had both gone in different directions, me and my friend, and so we were about 2.5 hours away from each other with traffic in Florida. And my car broke down, and I needed someone to come get me. So I called this guy that I'd kind of been talking to. And I was like, hey, my car broke down. Can you please come get me? He was about 20 minutes away. And he said, I can't. I have to go to GameStop to pick up the new Animal Crossing. So he did not come and pick me up. And a stranger, a girl from Liberty, came and got me and brought me back to my friend's house. So that's probably one of my best stories.
What a Chad move.
Yeah.
Not, hold on. That was rude of me to say. Not
Well.
a Chad move. It's his loss. Let's see. I've been told that I've been called unconventionally attractive before, which I've come to realize means, in girl talk, that just means not attractive.
I wouldn't say that. I think unconventionally attractive is better than ugly, right?
She's doing it too.
I would
doing it
never
too.
call someone unconventionally attractive if I didn't think they were unconventionally attractive. Attractive is still in that term. Attractive is still in there.
Yeah, but the word serial is still in serial killer, so I mean, I'd say your point is moot. My bad. Hold on. That's rude.
Well, cereal, like SERIAL.
That's how it's spelled?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like yummy, yummy, yummy. It's like cereal, like over and over again. Like you can be a serial whatever, and it just means you do it multiple times. So it's serial killer. They kill multiple times.
I
So
see now.
different cereal.
I'm hearing this for the first time.
You ready?
Yes.
Do you play Dungeons and Dragons?
I do not.
Okay, good, good. I hate it when people play Dungeons and Dragons.
Trust me, I go outside, so I think
Okay,
you're
good.
safe there.
Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else?
Do you watch anime?
This is a tricky. Okay. This one's gonna be a longer answer. So I've watched one anime.
Okay.
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 And I think I could get into some of them,
Okay.
or a lot of them, if I had the time or someone to motivate me. Otherwise, I'm not gonna go out of my way and watch it for my own personal gain.
Gotcha. Another good answer.
What's your position on that?
On anime?
Yeah.
I just can't get into it, and I feel like people who really like anime, there are exceptions. My heart has started to soften towards people who like anime. But people that like anime, like I just it's not my moment. And I can't it's not my moment, and I don't like it. Would you consider yourself a more heart or head kind of person?
Heart.
Mm.
Big time.
Yeah.
My emotions get the better of me all the time. I have the capacity to think well and stuff like that. Like, I'm not by any means necessarily stupid, but I am very emotional. I tend to use my feelings to kind of guide me through situations and topics and tasks that probably shouldn't be, but I mean, it does pay off because, like I said, I'm very empathetic. I relate well to other people. I'm very versatile in that I don't necessarily have a specific type of person that suits my friendship desires and stuff like that. Friendship, romantic, platonic, all that stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I'm basically just a well-rounded individual because of my bleeding heart.
Sure.
Yeah, so what about you? Would you say you're more intuitive or feeling?
Intuitive.
Intuitive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's everything. I kind of go with my gut on stuff. So more like, not really head or heart, but like gut. Like just gut feeling, that's what I go with. Or I tend to think things out until they
Smart.
don't affect me anymore, something sad or whatever. Like I'll just logically figure it out and then it's done.
Of course, the lawyer would. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep. Really quickly, what's your Myers-Briggs?
It is what is it? ENTP, I believe.
ENTP?
ENTP.
Wow. Believe it or not, last time I took it, I was, let's see. I go back and forth a lot between, like, INFP and
Uh-huh.
INTP and stuff like that. Last time I took it, I was, INFP, I
Mhm.
want to say.
Do you know your Enneagram?
Enneagram? Let's see. Which one's the most common one? Is it 2 or 4?
Oh, 2 and 5 are the most common.
Okay.
2 is very feeling. 5 is like kind of more in your head, thinking, logic.
So I say that because I think I was either a 2 or a 4, and I want to say that I'm a 4 now because I know that I wasn't the.
The 2. 4 is the individualist.
Bingo.
Yeah.
What type are you?
I'm an 8, the challenger. Yeah.
Wow. The name is just so
I know.
suited. It's so stately and scholarly, diplomatic.
The challenger.
Challenger.
It's pretty cool.
I like it.
Me too.
Wow. It's impressive.
Thank you. It's a very unique experience, not like any other date I've ever been on, that's for sure. But I was excited. I figured I could get a good story out of it, if nothing else.
Yeah, so how do you feel now? How did you feel about the date?
How did I feel about the date? It was a little awkward. It was really awkward. You know, not the greatest conversation. I feel like we're probably very different people. So the conversation didn't seem to flow very easily. So it was a little awkward is the best word to describe it. Awkward. Would I go on a blind date with Ring Boy Spring again? Yes. Definitely would. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Would
Cause
you go on another date with Justin?
would I go on another date with Justin? No. He's a great guy, I'm sure, but I'm just not quite interested in him in a romantic sense. Yes, I would recommend this. I think it's fun. I'm going to be telling everyone about this for weeks. I already have been telling people about this. I've been so excited because this is so unique. I would recommend this to anyone.
Well, thank you so much,
You're
Holly.
so
It's been a
welcome.
pleasure to have you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be here.
Amazing.
Yeah. I think the date went really well. However, I kind of spent more time out there. What's the word? Blanking a lot more than I thought I would have. So that sucked. But at the same time, I think I had some bangers out there in terms of answers, which, knowing my luck, will all get edited out anyways. So we'll see.
What bangers are you referring to?
Probably the serial killer comment is the biggest one. Did not know where that came from, but I'm proud of it.
And what did you think of Holly?
I think she is. Alright, for starters, she's incredibly pretty. She's sweet. She's got a great personality. I like her all around. Let's see, I understand I have a strong personality too, so, like I said, if that feeling isn't returned, I understand.
And would you want to go on another date with Holly?
Yes, I would. I'd say I would. Just now that we kind of like know each other a little more, I'd be a little bit more comfortable next time and at ease, as opposed to, my body in fight or flight the entire time. It was begging to flight the entire time. It was incredible how I just sat down and took it. Yeah.
Awesome. Great.
Holly did say she did not want to go on a date.
Let's go.
Did not? You excited about that? It wasn't anything personal to you.
It's more or
she
less.
She just felt that your personalities didn't really mesh that well. She thought you were super sweet. She really enjoyed the experience. I think also it might have been awkward. She kept talking about how awkward it was. I think kind of the camera and the lights and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of intimidating. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. In that case, guess I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing boards, re-strategize, and keep playing it how I've been playing it, on top.